I hate how like I can take something like so small and like overthink it or overanalyze that shit for like 10 days. Okay, that's a little dramatic. But like 10 hours after it had happened, like I can have one little interaction, especially when it comes to like social interactions. Like I have one little interaction with somebody and I'm like, I literally think about it for like hours after that, maybe even a day or two after the fact, because of something I might have said or did that was embarrassing or stupid, or stuff that I could have said and did to not seem as awkward or uncomfortable. Because sometimes I don't even be like uncomfortable or like awkward in my brain until I replay it back in my head and I'm like, they probably think you're a bot. Like, I really wonder if people do. Like, if people like, oh, she's not normal. Like, when they meet me sometimes, because sometimes I'm like, oh, if I'm like ready to go, or if I'm trying to do something, like, or if I'm just in my brain already about something, it's like, oh, like I'll carry on a conversation for a little bit, but then I'm like, all right, get on my face. Other times I don't mind actually having a conversation, but I might not know how to like interact properly, like, or I wouldn't say properly because everybody interact differently, but I would say like it's still times where I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is right, like, you know, like in certain stuff that I do, or it might seem normal in my brain, but then other people's is like, and then other people's is like, no, this bitch is weird. So I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like, but I do like overanalyze and overthink it. Like, I literally had an interaction with somebody earlier. Mind you, he could have been my husband for all I know. That's an exaggeration. But like, I'm saying, like, even if it was a possibility of that being my man, it's like, girl, you literally fumbled. Like, I didn't, the shit I could have said, I thought about way after. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, low-key kind of embarrassed. Because I'm like, did I give off? And not just because he's a dude. Even if he was a girl, I probably would have thought about it. But it's just like, this is why I don't have a man. This is why I don't have a man. But even like other little stuff, if I'm like cool with you, it's like, it might be something little that you do that like in my head is way bigger. And I'm like, I overthink it and overanalyze it. And I'm like, is this whole being weird or is it me? Like, so I pick apart every little thing and be like, oh, like, why may have they done that? Or what have I done that might have been weird to them, but I wasn't technically trying to be weird, you know? So it might be the same thing with them. Like, I literally do that, and it's like so irritating. Like, I do that with like every person, like every interaction I have, and it's like really hard to get out of, and it's really annoying. Like, and I don't know where it stems from. Like, I think it stems from me, like, part of me having like social anxiety, and just like I feel like a big chunk of my like growing years, like teenage, late teenage, obviously till now, it's like I haven't had a lot of practice. I feel like not consistent practice of like socializing, like, and being around people or being in certain situations where I have to do small talk. You know, like, I mean, I was a server, but you know, after a while, girl, I was not small talking to people. I would just listen and do what I do. But once I got comfortable, and I still would get tipped because I was a good server. But I feel like in other certain situations, it's like I'm put in, and I feel like people are like quick to talk to me, which is another thing that's like odd. And it's like I feel put on the spot. Like, now I don't know what to do, like, or say, like. But even if it's not like a random person and it's like somebody I know, depending on like what we're talking about or the circumstances, I might not know what to say or what to do. So then I'm just like, I feel awkward, and everybody like, oh, this bitch is weird, and I'm like, kind of. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. It's like I'm definitely trying to break out of that and like not overthink and not overanalyze everything and everyone, because it's not necessary. Like, especially when it comes to people, I feel like in certain situations, just because it's like, even if somebody is being weird or like my assumption about something or someone is right, it's like it's gonna play out how it play out. You know, like if they're meant to be in my life or whatever this may be, they gonna be there. Or if I meet somebody and they're supposed to, you know, be in my life, they supposed to be there, or they gonna be there. Like, even if it's not in that moment, So it don't really matter what that first interaction was, or whatever that interaction that I'm overthinking or analyzing was. But it's hard habit to break out of because it really be replaying in my head, especially when I feel like I'm there. So I feel like I probably look fucking stupid, and I'm like, I'm hoping like, and most of the time motherfuckers is not thinking about you, but like, what if it is that one person? Because me, I be thinking about shit. It be like certain stuff that people do, I might think about it. So I'm like, I wonder if it's like certain stupid stuff I do, or where it's like I'm awkward, and I'm like, I wonder if people think about it. Like, so I'm like, I'm just hoping they don't think about it. Like, I mean, I don't, even if I probably would never see them again, but even if I do, it's like, who cares? But at the same time, it's like a habit, so I'm definitely trying to get out of that. If y'all have a cure for overthinking, overanalyzing, please help.